please introduce yourself to the audience?
My name is Charles Ogede. I'm a newly qualified social worker.
Charles, thank you very much for having you at the Lunch Club today. Can you please explain to the audience the benefit of studying social work in the UK?
I think the benefit for me of studying social work, there is job guarantee for you. If you do social work, you're not going to be out of job at all. All my course mates, all the people who study social work with, the moment we finish our course, before even finishing our course, we've all been offered employment. As I speak to you now, I only finished my placement last week, Friday, on the 31st of May, and I've got a job even before I finish my placement. So for me, the main reason for me studying social work is job opportunity. There's always job there for you to do.
And visa sponsorship for those who are outside the UK, who study social work in the UK?
Yes, for people coming from abroad to study social work in the UK, there is job opportunity for you. If you want to live here, there's also visa sponsorship for you. If you want, and that might even lead to permanent residence for you if you want to live here permanently.
And in terms of salary, what is the starting salary of a newly qualified social worker in the UK?
In the Northeast where I live, the starting salary is about £36,000. While in the South, I think in the South is from £40,000 and above.
You heard it right. The starting salary of a newly qualified social worker in the UK is £36,000 up north. Down south is more than £40,000. I speak as a social worker with more than 10 years experience. I've never been out of work. So you're hearing directly now. Charles, in terms of social work, a lot of people have this misconception about what social work is. Please, can you kindly break it down to the layman? What is social work?
I would say social work is the safeguarding of vulnerable people. When I mean vulnerable people, I mean people who struggle with substance abuse, addiction, like elderly people, people with disabilities, and children. So what social workers do is to safeguard these people and make sure their needs are met.
Today's video is sponsored by Amber. Amber is a company that provides rental accommodation to students in the UK, Canada, and Australia. Students can easily search for their home according to their preference and filter by local and university. With over 1 million property to choose from, students have the option of choosing from beds, dorms, shared rooms, and suites, among others. Amber ensure perfect accommodation for each student. Accommodation are conveniently located close to major university in or around city center. Amber listings are verified and equipped with up-to-date security apparatus. All prices on Amber's website include utilities such as gas and electricity. Amber has a simple student-friendly change and cancellation policy. There is no hidden charge or additional fees. Students will guarantee to get end-to-end support around the clock with Amber accommodation. Students can look for options on the Amber website and place an inquiry for their preferred accommodation. Or Amber booking executive can suggest options based on their preference. Amber booking executive will take care of all the process after finalization of the accommodation, including paperwork, rental agreement, and lease between student and property. All that is left now is for the student to move into their home. They will also reach out to Amber for post-accommodation support. You can have a look on the description section to check on Amber's website. You will be able to book on their website and get more additional information. If you use my link, which is in the description, section of this video to book, you will get a discount. You can be rest assured that if you book with Amber, you will have suitable and affordable property and the peace of mind that comes with that. Thank you. So in addition to what Charles just said, a social worker works with vulnerable people. When we say vulnerable people, we're talking about children, old people, people with disability, mental health. The work of a social worker is to safeguard these vulnerable people and ensure their needs are met. Charles, before we go to the next question, I want to quickly ask you something. When you were studying social work, did you receive bursary?
Yes, I did from my second year. Initially, it used to be from the first year, but it got changed to from your second year, year 2. So we received bursary and the third year as well.
For those who do not understand what bursary is, it's the money that the government pays you when you're studying in the UK. When I was studying social work more than 10 years ago, I would receive more than £12,000 from the government from year 1 to year 3, and that is what I got. Mr. Charles, I know you're smiling. I know you enjoyed your bursary.
Yes, I did, of course.
So I know when sometimes we release information on this platform, people say, oh, is this true? You can Google it. When you are a UK resident and you're legal in the UK, you will receive bursary from the government. So for those in the UK now, Charles,
Mr. Francis, I think I should just say, in addition to the bursary, we also got what is called a maintenance loan as well, and what's it called, the school fees as well, and the student loan. In addition to that, we got maintenance loan.
Good. So what we're saying is that you do not pay any school fees. You get maintenance loan from the government and bursary, right?
That's correct.
Okay. So if you are in the UK, one of the reasons Charles and I decide to do this program tonight is to encourage people from our community in the UK who may have doubts. Should I go back to university? My brother, my sister, as you're watching us now, there's nothing wrong in security. There's nothing wrong in Kera, but this is the UK, the land of opportunity. You can do it. Charles and I, we are testament. Charles, why did you what made you decide to study social work?
For me, Mr. Francis, like I've worked for so many years as a support worker, carer, support worker. Then I decided I needed to do something to improve myself. When I looked at what I've been doing, it's like I got to like a dead end in my career, so I needed a change. So when I looked for a course that I need to do to improve myself, I spoke to you, if you remember. I was about going into paramedics when you suggested social work to me. Then I did my research. I then found out, oh, this is even close to what I've been doing, because I've been a support worker. So the experience, I've worked with so many social workers in the past. So and knowing fully well that if I do social work, there's job guarantee for me. So the mistake we always make is that most of us, we have the intention to do something, but what we always get on the wrong path, because most times people, I know a lot of people who came here to do petroleum engineering, they're still working as a support workers, as carers. For me, I just felt, what's the point going into the university to do a course where at the end of the day, there is no job guarantee? So when I did my research, social work is perfect for me, because I know if I do it, I'm going to get a job, and that's exactly what happened. So I've got a job now.
Thank you. If you are seeing value for this important message that Charles and I are sharing, please kindly share this video with anyone that you know will benefit. Leave your comment in the comment section. Give this video a like. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so. You heard it right from Charles. He graduated this Friday and he's already got a job next week. He's got a job next week, and the starting salary, we are talking about almost close to £40,000 starting salary, and everyone in his class, they've got a job. I don't know any social worker who doesn't have a job. So instead of you spending money to go and do business administration or any of that course, consider doing social work, because you're guaranteed to get visa sponsorship, you're guaranteed to get a job, and if you're in the UK, you can get bursary. My brothers and sister, go and do the course. Charles, thank you so much for sharing this with us. So when you
Thank you very much, Mr. Francis.
You're welcome. When you decided you want to study social work, what were the processes that you followed before you eventually were offered a place?
For me, because I've left school in a long while, I had to go back to college. I followed the admission processes. I did Maths and English to qualify onto college, to get admitted onto college. So then from college, I did my diploma in humanities, which is called Access to HE, Access to Higher Education. So when I did that, I applied to uni. I wrote my personal statement, then I was invited for an interview. One thing I will have to stress here is, if you are applying, make sure your personal statement is really, really strong, something related to what you intend to do. You must explain to them, prove to them why you need to do this course, why you have to be admitted. So I wrote a strong personal statement. I got admitted for the course, and the rest is history.
So for someone who doesn't understand what personal statement is, am I right in saying a personal statement is a profile of yourself expressed to the university that you wish to study social work, and you have
why you want to study social work? So you tell them about your past experience, what you've been through, where you're coming from, and all that. So
okay, so when you passed the stage where your personal statement was selected, you were accepted, did you have to go for any face-to-face interview?
Yes, I did. What they do is they do a selection of people. Like, so many people who apply for these courses, they select you based on your result and your personal statement. Then you go for interview. If you pass the interview, then you get admitted to the uni.
Okay, that's good. So do you go to the, okay, that's good. So for you now, if there's anyone who is watching us now, who is in the UK, who has doubts whether they can study social work, what is your advice to that person?
Sorry, Mr. Francis, I didn't get the question.
If there's anyone who is watching us right now, who is in the UK, who has the legal right to remain in the UK, who is doubting themselves, what is your advice for them?
My advice for people living in the UK who's doubting themselves is just go for it. When I went for it, you are a testament to my own case, because there were so many times when I felt I couldn't do it, but you kept encouraging me. So I just feel people need to encourage themselves, push themselves. You can do it. And at the beginning, it was difficult for me. The first year, it was difficult for me, but I kept pushing. At the end of the day, I did it. I've left school now for over 30 years. If I'm able to do it after 30 years, so anyone can do it. So just try and push yourself. It's difficult sometimes to start. The starting is the most difficult. If you're able to start it, you will do it. Just push yourself and do it. At the end of the day, look at the end result. There is job opportunity for you. If you finish it, you're guaranteed of having a job. So why not do it? Just take the opportunity and do it.
If you're seeing value for this content, please kindly share this content with your family and friends. Make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to this channel. I have been a social worker for more than 10 years, as I said before. There is no day I do not get more than 3 telephone calls from agencies wanting me to offer me a job. If you decide to go and become what they call locum, that's an agency worker, you're looking at the salary of between £42 to £45. If you're earning £42 an hour, if you times that by 52 weeks in a year, that is almost 77,000 a year. That is what you'll be earning. If you're earning
About 78,000 plus.
yeah, you're looking at 78,000 pounds. But if you're earning 45 pounds an hour, that is more than 80,000 pounds. So you can see that we're not talking about what we are talking about. You can Google it. This is real. You can do this. Charles is a testament to this. Charles, is there anything you would like to add? Because I know that you and your organization, you have been helping out. You've been mentoring a lot of people that wants to go and study social work.
Yeah.
Is there anything that anyone that wants to reach out to you for advice and guidance, would you be able to support?
Of course, I will, mostly with the personal statement and also with obtaining visa for people coming from abroad, mostly people coming from West Africa. I tend to advise people, if you want to come to the UK to do a degree course, consider studying a course like social work. Most people don't know about social work, but if you do a social work course, you're guaranteed of getting a job. And every local authority, as I speak to you in the UK, they need social workers. So if you do a social work degree here in the UK, you will get a job and you're guaranteed visa sponsorship.
Thank you so much, Charles. You've heard it right from Charles's mouth. As I said before, he graduated last week. He's got a job lying down, and everyone in his class, they've got a job. I do not know any social worker who doesn't have a job. If you want visa sponsorship, and if you want to have a job security, make sure you consider social work. There's no point coming to do PhD or do any other course when at the end of the day, you may not have a job and you may not have the right to remain in the UK. Charles, anything you would like to add to what you've already reported today?
The only thing I want to stress, I know, Mr. Francis, I know you are also recruiting as well. I know agencies who've reached out to you to get social workers from abroad. So which will also be helpful for people coming from abroad. They can also reach out to you through the Launch Club as well. So you'll be able to help as well.
Thank you, Charles. If you're watching now, if you're a social worker, as long as you're registered with Social Work England, you have passed IT, and you've passed IT, you've registered with Social Work England, that's all you need. You can contact me. I can guarantee you that we will give you visa sponsorship free of charge with relocation package. We've done it for people before. The most important thing is to have a social work degree, register with Social Work England, and you've passed IT. Thank you so much, Charles, for coming to speak to us. It's been a pleasure. I'm so happy to have you as a colleague, as a social worker. I know you're going to make a difference in the lives of the most vulnerable people. Thank you, Charles.
Thank you, Mr. Francis, for having me.
My pleasure. Thank you, Charles. Watch my next video, which is my interview with one of the directors of the leading recruitment agency in the UK, who is offering free visa sponsorship and relocation package.